Well, good morning. Welcome back to At First Glance. My name is Jared Wasson.
Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Pastor.
And I'm Pastor Michael Miller.
That's crazy. All right. Just a little reminder. We're still going through Luke with this series. If you were confused on Sunday, it's because we're doing the creation series. We talked about that last episode. But in case you've forgotten or you're coming in now, that's what's going on. So we're still reading through Luke, where we got our face set towards Jerusalem. And we're learning about creation, which is really fun. All right. So today we are reading Luke chapter 12, verses 32 through 40. If you're following along at home, read along with us. It's really great. I'm just going to hop right into it. Is that all right?
Please do.
All right. Here we go. Do not be afraid, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell your possessions and give alms. Make purses for yourselves that do not wear out, an unfailing treasure in heaven, where no thief comes near and no moth destroys. For where your treasure is, there your heart is also. Be dressed for action and have your lamps lit. Be like those who are waiting for their master to return from the wedding banquet, so that they may open the door for him as soon as he comes and knocks. Blessed are those slaves whom the master finds alert when he comes. Truly I tell you, he will fasten his belt and have them sit down to eat, and he will come and serve them. If he comes during the middle of the night or near dawn and finds them so, blessed are those slaves. But know this, if the master of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. You also must be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an unexpected hour. We got a lot of imagery there, Pastor.
There is.
Yeah.
A few different parables that
It seems like we're bouncing around a little bit. So this first part, it seems pretty connected with itself. And then we hop into this last paragraph here, or even the last sentence, last paragraph. But know this, if the owner of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. Is that coming from a different parable here? It seems disconnected from the rest of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a separate image. It's a separate parable about a thief and a householder. The previous image was about a master and servants. The master being away for a period of time and then coming back at a time when they can't anticipate.
Okay.
So the encouragement to be focused,
watchful,
to be
ready,
doing what you're called to be doing, and
right.
So two different images of readiness.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a lot of connections back to last week too, where we read, "Sell your possession and give alms." We were just talking about that last week. Make purses for yourself that do not wear out, an unfailing treasure in heaven, where no thief comes near and no moth destroys. So, what are we saying there? I'm thinking of another parable of treasure buried in a field, where you go and sell all of your things to buy the field and get the treasure. That's what comes to mind to me.
And what does that mean to you?
Well, to me, that means that if you can get rid of your earthly possessions in such a way that it gains you heaven, do it right away. Don't hesitate. Go for it. But like we talked about last week, that's tough work to know exactly where that line is. And how do we judge what possessions we need to sell in order to get that treasure in heaven?
So the part that we don't hear in between last week's parable and this is Jesus' encouragement not to worry about what you eat, what you drink, what you wear. There's a great creation images for those who are participating on Sunday mornings in the creation season. But
that's you guys.
He points to the birds of the air.
Yeah.
They have what they need. The flowers of the field grow up and are clothed in the greatest beauty, but
Solomon in all of his splendor is not dressed as such as these.
Right. and yet the sun comes out and
they wilt and die.
They wilt and die. Yes.
Just like that old man from last week.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So they're not around for very long, but they're clothed in greater glory than any human being.
Mm-hmm.
So God cares for the things that God has created. God cares for you. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. This is
You're gonna make me cry, Pastor.
Tell me about that.
There's a very comforting image right away in this
Mm-hmm.
reading here. Do not be afraid, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible imagery. I mean, we always see, if we look at, we can see pictures all over the place of Jesus holding the lamb, and we know we're the lamb. We talk about Jesus leaving the 99 to find the one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all imagery for flocks and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So we're being called little flock, which is almost like a condescending way of saying, "Hey, you guys,"
Mm-hmm.
which is fun. But then we read, "For it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." That's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of power, even, to give over to a little flock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I would give a little flock my house.
Mm-hmm.
They might trim the yard pretty well, but I don't know how long that would last.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's a lot of trust there.
There's a lot of trust.
And a desire to care and to embrace.
And that kind of fits along with our creation season right now, too. Because what God's created, He's handed to us. And we can read that in Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
But we're meant to care for and guard the garden. That's what Adam was created for originally,
Mm-hmm.
right? Mm-hmm. Care for the garden.
Yeah.
And that's what we're meant to do with our planet.
Mm-hmm.
So when God gives us His kingdom, it's not free reign over it. We have a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another interesting piece there too.
Right. Yeah. So when Jesus teaches us to pray that the kingdom will come on earth,
mm-hmm.
it's a prayer that God's will be enacted here. That
God's will be done.
That we would be doing God's ways.
Yeah.
Ourselves. So it's not just. This is not just about getting into heaven. It's about God's reign here,
mm-hmm.
starting here and continuing eternally. So when we think about last week's parable, where the rich man was accumulating everything to himself and then died.
Yep.
And Jesus said, "That's not the kingdom."
Nope.
But now He says, "Don't be afraid. I want to give you the kingdom." God wants to give you the kingdom. There's nothing to be worried about. So sell your possessions. Give alms to the poor,
mm-hmm.
and be free. That's the shift in values.
Yeah.
And it makes me afraid to think about it.
I don't blame you.
There's a vulnerability in that, but again, the encouragement not to be afraid. And the early church in the book of Acts, we see them living that out.
Absolutely. One of my favorite phrases from the whole of the Bible, I believe it's in one of the epistles, one of the letters. It says, "Have no anxiety at all."
Mm-hmm.
Easy, done. Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate that one.
Uh-huh.
Easy to do, right?
Don't be anxious about anything, but bring everything in prayer to God.
Yeah.
With thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Peace will fill you.
And that's something, personally, I struggle with, is how do I bring, those things that I hate to God, those things I'm uncomfortable with, like we talked about last week, just to lay it all at the foot of the cross. It's easy to say. It's something we say a lot,
mm-hmm.
but in practice, it's incredibly difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to know when you've successfully done it too. Because for me, a lot of times, and we're getting a little bit off subject, but that's okay. We're just going. Sometimes you think you've put it down at the cross, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you turn around and it's back in your hands magically.
Mm-hmm.
So having the responsibility of the kingdom, then I feel as if I am not worthy to have that because I can't even do these small things.
Don't be afraid. That's what Jesus says.
Thanks, Jesus.
Yeah.
Super easy to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's a good, that keeps us quite rooted in these stories that we're telling. I mean, last week it was this man who'd accumulated everything to himself, and Jesus concludes by saying, this is how it is with someone who is rich in terms of the things of this world, not rich toward God.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're left questioning, well, what does it look like to be rich toward God? You know, we're
Yeah.
wrestling with that question. This week, he names that it looks like this: sell your possessions, give alms to the poor, you know, turn outward. And it's like, okay, I can do that in little ways. And that's a good start.
It is.
It doesn't end.
No.
The wrestling, that question, I think we keep coming back to these parables because it challenges us to look at ourselves again and ask how do we live more into what Jesus is inviting.
Absolutely.
That doesn't ever end, that wrestling.
Right. I think it was Jacob who wrestled with God, literally, and he got, his leg broken, his ribs broken?
Or a hip put out of joint.
Something like that. He lost. So I don't think we can expect to do much better. He did.
Because he knew that he was in the presence of God.
And that's great. Actually, if you watch the Chosen show, they kind of make a joke about that. It's like Jacob's talking to a guy, and he's like, "Your God broke your hip? Weird God to follow." But when there's only one God, I mean, easy enough choice, right? So I just thought that was kind of funny.
That was funny.
Yeah, so we have a lot of stuff here. We have, again, this image of a wedding banquet. That's very prevalent. Again, I feel like anytime we're talking about a wedding, it's always Jesus as the groom and the church as the bride. So as we read this, we can think of ourselves in that space as well.
I mean, all the images that suggest our welcome into a party, into the joy.
Yeah.
Keep thinking about how in this particular gospel, Jesus launches his ministry with this vision of the Jubilee, when everything comes back together, everything's restored. You know, so how do we live that?
That's the question.
Today, it's like not accumulating to yourself, but sharing, so that everybody has.
Right.
Trusting that God is at work in that to provide everything that we need.
Yeah, and we talked about it last week. That's tough work, and it really does take a whole community to help discern that kind of thing.
That's a good insight. Yeah.
Thank you.
We tend to think individually, but to do that communally, that's when things start to open up.
Absolutely. Because I know my own opinions kind of suck sometimes. Even on this podcast, I mean, we kind of temperament each other a little bit. We're able to discuss things and come to conclusions that we wouldn't have been able to ourselves. And I think it's the same way when we become vulnerable with our community as well. So I think we're left again, just like we were last week, with this image of building this community sacrificially. That's hard work. Is there anything we can do individually or as a community to help start this or get this going or engage in this?
Well, I think it starts with conversation. You know, we open this up and we ask the questions that Jesus is asking of us, and talk about where that's a challenge for us. I mean, we've been doing that here. We invite you to do that at home with the people you live with or that you engage with.
Absolutely.
You know, where are those challenges? The more honestly we can share where we struggle, then we can open out into, you know, what would that look like if we actually embraced the values of the kingdom
Absolutely.
and began to live according to them.
And we're blessed at this church too, because we have all kinds of groups that we can be a part of to help discern these things.
Mm-hmm.
So we have our new boards coming out, our new teams. That's a good way of getting involved and being able to discern this kind of thing. Where do you fit in? What gifts can you offer to this community? We have things like men's group, Men of Iron, women's Bible studies, a young adult group, youth group if you're a kid. We have all these resources here that we're really blessed to have, and it's cool to be able to grow these areas and to be able to talk to one another and be able to start to think about, okay, what's my piece of the puzzle?
Good. So take advantage of the connections that you have. Wrestle with these questions with the people you know and love and live with, and see where the Spirit leads you.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you,
Thank
Pastor
you again,
Michael.
Jared. This has been great.
This is fun. We got to keep doing this.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, let's do
Next
it.
week.
Next week.
All right.
On At First Glance. Oh, we did it. We did it. That was planned.